In this exercise, I'm going to look at managing multiple link styles by creating two navigation panels, each one consisting of a div containing a header 3 and an unordered list containing links. Let's take a look at that with just basic styling. Let's save the file. Switch into Firefox. And here we can see basic link styling with standard markers for each of the list items. Let's go back into our code editor and start to apply some style. The first style that I'm going to apply is to the divs or division for each content panel. And I'm floating each div left and giving it a margin right to separate it. Don't worry too much about floats. We're going to be covering those in later movies. Now I'm going to apply specific styles to the header 3s. And you'll notice here that I'm using a combined rule, the header 3s, across both of the divs, using the image replacement technique that we discussed earlier. Let's save the file and have a look at our progress in the browser. So we'll do refresh. And now we can see that both of those panels have been floated with a little bit of a margin in between and had their standard system font header replaced with a graphical alternative. Next, I'm going to apply some styles to the unordered lists. Here you can see that once again I'm using a combined rule for both unordered lists in each division. So let's save, switch to a browser and reload. And already the panels are beginning to take shape.
Jump back into the code view so people could take a look at how you got rid of those bullets.
Sure. Here you can see that I've used the list style type property, which has several permutations, but in order to turn off the default markers and replace them later on, I'm using list style type none. You'll also see that I've zeroed out the margin on each of the list items, but added some padding to the left and to the bottom to create some space for our later styles. And I've also applied a background image to the unordered list, set its repeat property to no repeat, and here attach the background image to the bottom of the unordered list. Next up, we can start to style some links. At this stage, I want to apply different styling to anchors inside each individual div. And I'm going to do that with the descendant selector. So here now, I'm adding some styling for anchors, which are children of the div with the ID of 1. And here, I've set the text decoration to underline. Now let's apply a different style to the anchors in division 2. And here you can see that by using a descendant selector, I'm able to apply styles only to the anchors which sit inside div 2. I've given them a padding left of 20 pixels, which allows spacing to show through the background image that I've applied to each anchor. And I've also reset the text decoration to none, but only for links which sit inside this div. Let's save the file, switch into Firefox, and reload. And here we can see the two different presentations of links achieved by using descendant selectors.